Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel and welcome back to another reading. I'm Christine and I have a message for you. And this message is going to be about the present moment. Pulling some Mary Magdalene cards, and what I got as the loudest message was presence. I exist intensely. I call myself back from all times and all places. One download I was getting that I've been sitting on for a few days now is that all past versions of us and all future versions of us is unconscious. So when you remember a time in your life and you feel some kind of shame or guilt around the person that you were, or maybe the people that you were surrounded by, just remember that they are unconscious archetypes that were to reflect the awareness we had at the time. But here's the thing, is that there is no true awareness in the past, because the only thing that exists is the present moment, is right now, is who you are right now. So when you're thinking of your past versions, if you're thinking of your future versions, they don't exist. How should I say this? They exist in consciousness, but they don't exist as consciousness. They are just archetypes of you. They are just identities that you can choose to hold. But here's the thing, is we have infinite versions of ourselves. We have infinite identities that we can take on. We have infinite realities that we can take on. And so whatever you're dreaming about, whatever you're remembering, whatever memories there are, they're just old stories. They're just, how do I say this? They're old characters and old worlds of a different movie that you are not currently in. You're not currently in that movie anymore. You're not existing in that paradigm unless you choose to believe it, unless you choose to identify with it. The only version of you that exists is the one that exists right now. And you have every power. You have every, what's the word I'm looking for? You have every choice, or every power, all the power. You have all the power in the present moment to choose. You're not the same person you were months ago. Hopefully definitely not the same person you were years ago. You're not even the same person you were 5 minutes ago. And so with this card, presence, I exist intensely. You exist intensely when you remember the present moment is the only moment that exists. It's the only truth. It is the only truth. Everything else is just beliefs. Everything else is just emotions. Everything else is just thoughts. Everything else is a vibration. But the only truth is that we exist in the present moment. Now, before the present moment, we have the surrender card, I am in good hands. So if you haven't, this is your reminder that it is okay to surrender. You are in good hands. And you are free. You are free to just be exactly who you are right now. Because who you are right now is loved unconditionally by the universe, by your own awareness. When we can surrender our beliefs about ourselves, any criticisms that we have, and we just allow ourselves to flow and be free, we come back to this present moment where we can exist intensely. And from this present moment, we expand. We can expand our consciousness, because love only ever expands. From Mary Magdalene. So whatever beliefs you held about love, whether that's romantic or just big picture love, universal love, familial love, parental love, whatever beliefs you hold about love, if it's not expansive to you, if it feels like you have to contract, you have to confine, you have to make yourself smaller, that's not the truth. The truth is the present moment. And when we're in the present moment, everything is possible. Everything is possible, because love only ever expands. With this testimony, love is stronger than death. Love is stronger than death. So like I was saying, any past versions of ourselves is unconscious. It's dead. It's not dead in the sense of without life. Of course, we were alive back then. That's how we remember it. But what I'm getting is the present moment is stronger than any past belief we've ever had. The present moment is always stronger than the unconscious versions of ourselves that we choose to remember. Okay, another message with this love only ever expands. From this place of existing intensely, from being in the present moment, we can rewrite this story these unconscious versions of ourselves, how you're choosing to bring awareness to that unconscious version of ourself or other people. It's in your sovereign power to see yourself, see them in the best light possible, and to choose the most loving option. Okay, so now I'm going to pull some tarot, see what other messages want to come out. Thank you again for being here. Thank you for honoring me with your presence and your awareness, your attention. Thank you, God. Thank you, Source, for allowing me to be a channel of unconditional love and the highest and best message for me, for you, and for the entire collective. Okay. I love this. Okay, so we have the Devil and Strength. These are major arcana cards. So this is big energy. This is the bigger picture of this message. So the Devil is all about ego. And we don't want to villainize the ego. I was going to say we don't want to villainize the devil, but I mean, we all have beliefs about what the devil means. But really this just means is like superficial, low vibrational attachments. And these attachments, ultimately, they come from our belief system. They come from our belief system. I'm getting an energy here of cleansing the belief system. What in your belief system is attaching you to the ego, attaching you to experiences that no longer serve you? Because with the Strength card here, you have all the power within yourself as the source of all creation and as this being that exists intensely to let go of these attachments. With this Devil card here, I'm getting that, this person does not want to be in these chains. It's not that they're like holding on to the chains, but the chains are holding on to them. But with the Strength card here, I'm getting that you're not truly bound by these energies. You're not truly bound by these energies. So maybe this is something you need to know. Maybe this is something that you already know. Because with the Three of Swords here, and the Nine of Pentacles that came out, was like, there's this harsher energy, sheer disappointment, but you've come out on top as this very sovereign, very abundant individual. Let's see. Okay. So by radically existing in the present moment, by existing in the present moment, you have this strength to let go, be let go. That doesn't hold. To be free, okay? Yeah. You have the strength to be free of whatever this is, whatever sticky beliefs that you might hold about certain people, about yourself, about the world. And maybe this Three of Swords is like, because you allowed this to exist, maybe this Three of Swords was some truths that came to light that you didn't necessarily want to hear or know, but you're better off because of it. Because you're standing in your truth fiercely, intensely. Love only ever expands. Love only ever expands. And love is stronger than death. Because death is ultimately an illusion. Death is an illusion. The version of you now has always existed. Has always existed. Let's see, what else? What else here? Thank you, God. Thank you, Source, for messages of awareness, of clarity, of unconditional love, the highest and best messages for us all. This Knight of Cups, I just heard you're getting your zest for life back. Look how free, and I'm getting free in love. And this could, be relationships. It could be romance, whatever, but it's bigger than that. Okay, this Knight of Cups is free. Free to have fun, free to follow their heart. Like, I want you to think about dolphins for a second, okay? Because that's the spirit we're getting here. That's the message we're getting here is I'm seeing like, I know this dolphin is jumping out of the water, being free, following their heart, but I'm also seeing in my mind's eye dolphins swimming next to a boat and just kind of like playing with the boat and having fun in the flow. Having fun in the flow. The knight is somebody who is on a journey. It's about movement, it's about going. And the cups is about, emotional fulfillment, romance, dreaminess, subconscious. And so because you've reclaimed your sovereignty, your abundance, your self-worth, everything you're now so free. You're free to just follow your heart, to follow the flow, and to co-create. We have the Three of Pentacles, to co-create with the universe, with others. Unstoppable is what I just heard. You are unstoppable. Yeah, with this Knight of Cups, you're following your heart and you're collaborating and you're creating your manifestations. You're co-creating with the universe. The universe hears you. The universe hears you. Actually, maybe the Queen of Cups on the back of the deck. The Queen of Cups is the person who receives whatever it is the Knight of Cups is bringing. Someone who is completely receptive. And I'm getting a message that the Queen of Cups is like the universe. The universe hears you. But remember, you are the universe. You are the universe. When you exist intensely in the present moment, you are the entire universe. You are always listening. You are always listening. You're co-creating with the universe. You're co-creating with yourself. Let's get some messages to close this reading out. Thank you again for being here. If any of these messages were helpful to you, please like, comment, share, subscribe, all of it. So we have all in good faith. Yeah, so as this Knight of Cups, as you're following your heart, as you're following the flow, you know that everything you're doing, all of your intentions, they're all in good faith. And because everything is in good faith, everything that you're doing, everything that you're choosing to be, because it's all in good faith, the universe is listening, the universe is receptive, and you are receptive. Let's see what else. Define. So when I wrote that card, I meant it to be like the process of manifestation when we know we have the fulfillment of whatever it is we want. Define talks about the specifics of the manifestation. As in like, okay, I'm going to use food for an example here. It's like, I know I want some food. I'm craving food. I don't know what I want. But like, if you accept that you're going to eat, that you're already full, or that you just had the most satisfying meal of your entire life, and you can accept that with conviction, you kind of have the general idea and the fulfillment of it. Now it's time to go in and define what it is you want. So it's time to declare. Define what it is you want and declare it. And we're not defining to attach ourselves to this manifestation. We're defining it because we already know how we have the fulfillment. So we can get a little more specific now. We can get a little more specific with what we want. Because the specifics is, when you're in the state of receptivity and fulfillment, the specifics will come to you naturally. We have negative 1,000 aura points. Okay, so I think this is telling me that, like, yeah, don't get too bogged down in specifics of whatever it is you're manifesting, whatever it is you want, because it's going to, the best way to put it is like repel. It's going to repel this manifestation. So keep the good faith and only define your manifestations, only add details to this manifestation to make it feel real, to accept a more expansive fulfillment. Because if we're defining our manifestation a little too detailed, we can get a little bit lost in that when we see something in the physical world unfold and it doesn't align with that exact thing. All right, let's do one more. Okay, we have two more. Anxiety screams and everything is source. Yeah, okay, so if whatever it is that you're manifesting and you feel like you have to hold on to it so hard, like you have to manifest this thing because, I don't know, you can't live without it, or I don't know, just the message I'm getting, because with anxiety screams, sometimes we're manifesting from a place of ego, and what that will look like is like you'll be kind of proving it to yourself in your head, or to other people, but you know, it starts within our head. So if you're constantly trying to prove to the universe or to yourself that this is your manifestation and this is the thing I want and this is the thing I'm gonna get, and you're not in that state of like allowing everything, it's gonna affect your aura. It's gonna affect your aura. Don't lose aura points. Okay. And everything is source. Everything is source. Everything is source. Okay. So if you're having this anxiety about your manifestation and it's like screaming at you, it's in your face, in your head, remember that is also source. That is also source. There's no good and bad. There just is. So when you're having these moments of like your internal dialogue is really loud and really trying to prove something, just remember that it's not, you don't have to do that. Like, you don't have to do that anymore because everything is source. That is also source. That version of you in your head is also worthy of forgiveness because it is source. It just is. Okay. Anyway, that's all I have for you today. Thank you again for being here. Thank you for listening. Please remember to like, share, comment, subscribe, to live, laugh, and love.